Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT, and welcome back to the GT League on Gran Turismo Sport. It's time to get ready to go classic, for additionally 2 new rounds added on the nostalgic car festival. So, looks like we only got Goodwood Motor Circuit for 5 laps and 9 laps on Autodrome Lago Maggiore centered layout. So, this is going to get everything we'll be prepared to be able to take the strong classic race we might get in, and then maybe this is going to be able to do perfectly we might need it to be able to choose a recommend car for it. So it gets very stronger and better, and also might need to be able to pick the most strongest classic car that we need to be able to get everything ready to be able to take the top challenge. So, looks like this is going to be able to get ready to be able to use the Chevy Cobra first and then the Ford GT40 second. So, this is going to get everything we might be needed to be able to get everything ready to be able to make sure. So, looks like the Jaguar XJ13 is about to be able to join the party for the race. So, just going to be able to keep an eye out for any classic cars that this is definitely might be well verified that this will be able to get ready for the race we might get started. Even if possible that this is going to be able to change the vehicles before you're about to start this race, because just going to be able to make sure, because take some plenty of settings that this is going to get everything well adjusted, that this is going to get everything ready to be performed. So just going to be able to spend some mileage points whenever it gets a little bit maxed out. So just going to get everything ready, because this is going to get very challenging, that this will might go hard and go focused to be able to get everything will be maintained. So let's just gonna be able to get ready and let's go. Alright, this is gonna be able to get ready for race number 6, and now this is gonna be very challenging because slower cars are now on the track, and then looks like there's the Jaguar XJ13 in the race, and now let's just gonna go and catch up to be able to overtake, because looks like a single Group X historic car are now on the track, and this is going to get everything will be very excellent. A perfect track for only a perfect classic car, that this is going to get everything will be able to get settled for it. So let's just going to go old school style until this is going to be able to take 5 laps around the track, until this is going to be able to have one successful win. Well, go easy on the slower cars, because they just definitely have something to be able to drive safely to get there for it. So good thing that this is going to get very fast paced, that this is going to be able to keep coming in, and then this is going to get very stronger to be able to do a little bit lighter and riskier that this is going to be able to get. But sometimes it's always easy to be able to overtake plenty of classic cars that has the standard performance. So good thing that the most powerful, stronger car, that this is definitely might be able to give a good pack a punch, that this is going to get everything in for. So good thing that this is definitely might be able to give a good detuning settings, that this will might be able to slow down, and then this is definitely might be able to go quickly to be able to get there as possible. Alright, just going to take plenty much more chicane at the last turn, and now move on to the second lap. So this is going to be able to take the gap distance. We might keep going until this is going to get everything will be needed to be able to make sure, because another Chevy Cobra will might be able to have this race for only another Chevy Cobra. So this is going to get everything will much speeding up to be able to get there. Okay, let's just going to going in, and then this is going to get everything a little bit more turns, that this is going to get everything in for. Going to have that braking turn, and then looks like just going to be able to stay on the track if we might be able to get a good clean race bonus, because this is going to get very challenging for us to be able to master the Goodwood Motor Circuit with only a single classic car that this is going to be able to get in. Okay, let's just going to keep everything well situated. So this is going to get everything a little bit tighter to be able to get everything to push through. Now, even that this is definitely might be very good to solve this part from the Gran Turismo World Tour at the Nürburgring, and this is definitely might be pretty good to see how the classic cars are definitely might be able to race around on the Goodwood Motor Circuit. because this is definitely might be very classic fun to be able to see how the cars are definitely might be able to take the track, that this is going to be very competitive to be able to go one good classic style to go in for. Alright, looks like this is going to be able to going in on the third lap, just going to make it to the halfway mark. So this is going to get everything a little bit closer in to be able to get through onto the Shelby, and then this is going to be able to get in. Okay, just going to get everything well situated, just don't want to lose that grip because this is definitely might be able to keep it up on it. Okay, let's just take that few consecutive turns, and then this is going to get everything well closer to be able to reach up on it. Now, this is definitely might be pretty challenging, folks. So this is definitely might be very efficient. So we might be able to get closer. So this is going to needs to have a lot of horsepower before you can take on the Shelby Cobra. It's a most difficult opponent in the race. So we have to be able to choose anything that is definitely might be very best classical cars for it. So maybe the Lamborghini Countach is definitely might be giving the best option choice, that this will might be able to catch up onto the Shelby Cobra. So good thing that this is definitely might be very good for a mid-engine supercar. So this is definitely might be getting good closer range to be able to get everything catching on to it. Alright, so it's just going to going in, and then the fourth lap is going to be nearly there. So has to be able to reach up onto the podium, and then this is going to get very brighter on the sun because this is definitely might be very good condition. Okay, looks like going in onto the classic slower cars. So looks like that Cobra just definitely might be able to take plenty much more passes to coming in. Blue flag calls in, and then this is going to get everything a little bit tough situated, that this will be able to make sure to be able to do gently. Okay, looks like both flag and bug is just definitely might be able to try to slow down for it. Just going to give one extra distraction until making a one good opening, that this is going to be able to get the window open. Alright, looks like getting closer and better, and now just going to continue to chase until this rule might be able to reach up onto the final lap. Okay, make that braking point turn, and then this is going to be able to coming in. Okay, get better in, and then this is going to be able to take that chicane. Okay, you can take it. Now, looks like going to make the opening. Now, looks like that was a very good close call to be able to stay calm, and then this is going to get everything. We'll be able to take a little bit more patient time to be able to reach up on it. So here we go, final lap, and this is going to get very Cobra-tastic, that this is going to get everything in, and then do plenty much more passes, that this is going to be able to take it nice and slow. So it's going to make it quick and happen. Okay, looks like Cobra just passed me. That should be pretty closer to get, and then maybe this is going to be able to take plenty much more better view, that this is going to get everything will be needed to be able to make sure. Okay, I hope that this is going to be able to have a little bit more handling in to be able to get everything well fierce challenging for it. Well, looks like this race is going to get very tougher if we might be able to have a lot of strong performance, that this one might goes on the category range. Alright, back in the lead, and now this is going to be it. Now, this is going to get very closer, that this wheel might be able to take plenty much more inside turns, but just going to be able to keep on the lookout, because the Shelby Cobra always becomes the main stronger opponent in this race, because this is going to get very closer strategy, that this will might be able to stay on first place, because it's going to be an all or nothing challenge. But this is going to be able to take plenty much more skills if we might be able to reach up on it. So there it is. First place trophy is now definitely might be receivable to be able to have. So maybe this is going to be able to keep working hard to be able to make sure to be able to keep up. Alright, standard earnings might be good to go, and now this will be very excellent to be able to have something for it. So maybe this is going to be able to keep trying harder to be able to get everything well controlled. So let's just gonna go and get ready for race number 7. So looks like 9 laps on Autodrome Lago Maggiore center layout, and this is gonna be able to bring out the Ford GT40 Mark I. And this is gonna get everything we'll be able to make sure, because this is gonna get very challenging to be able to keep a good eyes out on the Shelby Cobra. And mostly standard vehicles like the muscle cars are definitely welcome for the event. So this is definitely might be very good to go, and now let's just gonna be able to see it. And there's the Cobra again, and now this is gonna get very challenging, that this is gonna get everything what we need. So maybe this is gonna be able to choose better settings that this will needed to be able to make sure, because this is gonna get very challenging, and then this is all about taking the risk we might need to get. So let's see how the Ford GT40 can take on the Shelby Cobra, because this is going to get very challenging. We might get the risk for only a single mid-engine classic car could be able to take on the most strongest car in the event that this one might have to get. So here we go, race number 7. Let's get everything ready to get started. So good thing that this is going to get very challenging, that this one might be able to pass all the slower cars before going on the stronger cars, because this is going to get very challenging, that this is going to be able to take the strategy we'll go in. But even that this is going to be able to go TCS 0 whenever we have to go safeties off, because this is going to get very challenging, that this one might be able to race around for only 9 laps. Okay, just gonna have to take nice and slow and then keep going faster. So this is definitely might be able to take one closer range to be able to get everything well past. There's the Cobra. Now just gonna be able to take one good opening pass, and then this is gonna be able to take a lot of overtakes to be able to coming in. Okay, going in and then past another GT40. Then this is going to be able to take a lot more progress, that this is going to be able to coming in. Alright, very good. Now, good thing that this is going to be able to take first place in the lead. So, looks like this is going to get everything we'll be able to do well situated. So, looks like any other opponents, including the slower cars, are definitely might be able to get everything well situated during this race. So, even that this is going to be able to take one good full settings, that this is going to be able to work properly, that this will might come in. Alright, just going to take it slow on that last turn, and then this is going to be able to get everything well pushed on for. So this is going to get everything a little bit more speed contest, that this is going to be able to coming in. Alright, that should do it. Now just going to overtake the Dodge Challenger. So how's our good old Shelby Cobra going? So looks like it's trying to be able to work faster before we might be able to take one good challenging strategy, that this is going to be able to coming in. But it is definitely might be pretty cool to be able to take plenty much more settings for every other classic car. So it will might be able to do whenever we can, because this is definitely might be able to have a best car for any other strong classic vehicle we might go in. But good thing that the Lancia Stratos is definitely might be the best choice for any other rally car favorite, that this will might be able to take the challenge. Okay, 4th lap, it definitely might be able to stay on it, and then this is going to be able to keep it going, and then just going to be able to stay on the good clean turn of this lap of this race, and then this is going to be able to take it nice and slow, and then just going to keep going faster until this is going to be able to keep coming in. Okay, just going to watch the balance. Just don't want to lose control, because that might ruining the clean race bonus will might give it extra. Okay, that should do it. Now, looks like Bear has to keep an eye on the rear mirror view, folks, because just gonna be able to keep racing, and then this is gonna get everything will be able to stay maintained focused. So, looks like maybe one of the best choices that this is gonna be able to take on the Shelby Cobra. So, good thing that the Ford GT40 could be very good to be able to take. A lot of settings will be required that this one might be able to take the race. So, it also might be able to get the demoted category range that this one might be able to putting in as the N300. The Lamborghini Countach, the first gen model, so this is definitely might be very excellent to be able to have a lot of strong performance that this one might be able to take on the Cobra itself. And even other muscle cars that this is definitely might be exclusively that this one might be very good to be able to have a good supercharger, but it also might need to be able to require with a power ratio and the weight reduction that this one might be able to make it improve and stronger. So that will be able to take the chances that this one might need to take plenty much more turns that this is going to be able to coming in. So any muscle cars that this will be able to use for any settings that this is going to be able to make it one good strong car, but it will also require with a category range if things might be needed that this is going to be able to have a clean race bonus and the car handicap has as well. Okay, let's just going to be able to take 3 more laps to go. Then this is definitely might be very good to be able to take the gap range check that this is going to be able to go behind. But this is definitely might be very excellent that this is going to be able to stay closer to be able to get everything well maintained. Okay, approaching in onto the slower cars, so just going to be able to make sure because take that slow throttle if anything happens for the other opponents from second place or third. This is definitely might be able to take the risk, we might be able to get this slowly and then just going to do it quick. Okay, let's just going to going in and then take on that Toyota 2000 GT. Blue flag comes in and then this is going to get everything will be needed to be able to take it nice and maintain. Alright, keep going in and then this is going to be able to keep pressing the run. Okay, 8 laps, just gonna have to go one more and it's the final lap, and this is gonna get everything well situated that this is gonna be able to take a lot of good handling for this race. So looks like gap distance are now definitely might be coming in, and then looks like the Shelby Cobra is gonna be able to have a lot of more speed to be able to keep coming in. Okay, looks like Pontiac Firebird is now still going on to be able to cruising around. Just gonna be able to take much more inside turns, and then this is gonna get pretty excellent that this is gonna be able to coming in. Okay, last lap. This is gonna be able to get best counts to be able to keep coming in, to take plenty much more distance. We might be able to keep everything will be made. But this is going to be able to take a little bit passive turns that this is going to be able to do well handling for it. So this is definitely might be pretty good to take it slow and steady. Or even that if possible that this is definitely might need to work harder to be able to perform the most fastest lap that we need to get, because that definitely might be giving you an important tip. Okay, let's just going to be able to stay on it, and then this is going to get everything, we'll be able to get closer. Get some more speed, and then 5 seconds on the clock. And looks like this is going to get everything regularly that this one might be able to have a good gold trophy win. But it is very excellent, so this is definitely might be very good. So looks like very good race for only 2 Countach and 3 Ford GT40, so maybe that was definitely might be very good to be able to stay on track that this is definitely might be coming in for. So looks like very good to be able to add up with some good clean race bonus and car handicap by 20% and then make it into 70% extra. So this is definitely might be giving good earnings we'll have. And then, well, daily workout is already complete. So this is definitely might be doing good, that this is going to be able to stay on track, that this is going to be able to do perfectly we might get. So just going to have to take a little warm up, and then this is going to be able to take a lot of good race we might be able to be prepared. But that was a very good classic race, folks. But this is definitely might be very good to be able to take all 7 rounds, that this is going to get everything well extended, that this is going to be able to going in. So looks like going back in onto the Super Legend for 2 new rounds added for the next race, and then this is going to get everything we'll get started for. Alright, looks like today's daily workout to see which vehicle am I going to receive. Always going to check the usual, that this is going to be quite usual to be interested. And it looks like another Mercedes SLS AMG GT3 is now definitely received, so this is definitely might be very good to use. Well, maybe always stays the same, that this is going to be very good to be able to have this another car for it. Now this is going to be a very classical tip, that this is going to be able to get stronger. So looks like very good for the Ford GT40, that this is going to be able to maintain the pace, we might get everything work faster. So this is definitely might be very excellent, that this is going to be able to give a one good example tip, that this is going to be able to take on the Shelby Cobra. Any muscle cars, Lamborghini Countach and the Ford GT40 Mark I could be work very well, that this is going to be able to take any stronger challenge that this will be able to make. So better to be able to look out for any other slower cars that this will might be able to coming in, and then just going to be able to make it nice and slow, and then this is going to be able to make one good proceed pass while you're in the blue flag zone, that this is going to be able to come calling in to go in for. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification upload, and the links in the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be see you guys next time for continuing on the GT League on Gran Turismo Sports, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.